I contemplated not sharing this video, but I decided against it. My main concern was that it was a little bit too in-depth and too detailed for what the purpose is, right? Which is to try to show you what's possible in this industry if you're trying to build GoHighLevel AI employees or use database reactivation or any of those types of systems. So I wasn't too sure if I would show you this because as you can see on the screen, there's 26 different niches we're looking at here. And every single one of them are really, really in depth. So I'm going to show you, having made the decision to show you, I'm going to show you behind the scenes in all of this. I'm going to show you in this particular video the niches, what one of these systems looks like behind the scenes, how we generate leads using 3 different systems, and basically how we create what I call the holy grail of client acquisition, of recurring systemized fulfillment, very, very simple fulfillment systems, client delivery, and how we can repeat this process so quickly where we have customers coming in around the clock, 24/7, signing up automatically. And basically, this is a complete behind the scenes look. So what we're looking at here, these are the 26 niches that we currently have: plumbers, chiro, kitchen and bath, tree service, car dealerships, personal training, that's what this one is, couldn't fit it in there, property management, landscapers, real estate, roofers, electrical, HVAC, etc., etc., etc. Now, those are the industries that we currently have, and we build this exact system for all of them. So you've got the AI voice employee, you've got the AI chatbot, database reactivation, reviews, referral, and the lifetime value system. Now, every single one of these has been custom built for each of these niches, which means they're not generic and they're not the same. They're completely trained on these industries, and I'm going to show you in a few seconds how this is possible, but they're completely trained on these industries. So I'm going to take you into first of all, we'll go into the roofer one, and I'll show you what this looks like. So this is within the roofer snapshot, and we basically replicate the snapshot for every industry. So a client comes on board, we install the snapshot, we very quickly and easily set it up because it is all pre-built for them, and we can get it running for them. So if we have a look at the knowledge base, this is in the roofer snapshot. You go into roofing here, and you'll see the depth of the training. You've got 10 files, 5 rich text documents, 49 FAQs, and it's super simple. So all we have to do, because this is pre-trained like the rich text documents, how to prepare for the roofing appointment, common signs your roof may need attention, understanding of roofing services, all the files as well. So post-inspection follow-up, communication standards, roofing services overviews, everything. Sales, upsell opportunities, basically everything a roofer would possibly want within their system. Then we can take the web crawler, we scan their website here, give it a few seconds to load, we add their website, we scan it, and it combines this massive infrastructure within here with all the custom information from their website. So every single one gets this custom AI employee built, which tackles voice, and it also tackles SMS, Instagram, the works. This is the voice AI employee. And then you've got the conversation one in here. So agents list, this is SMS, Instagram, you've got the chat widget, Facebook, live chat, WhatsApp as well. So we install this for them. And it means that they get this really, really robust AI employee that's also completely trained on their business. So it's the best of both worlds. Yet literally all we do is scan the website because we've got the infrastructure already pre-built. Then we go into the automations. And this is all going to make sense in a few minutes if you just stick with me. I'm going to show you how it's priced, how we price it for the customer, the works. So if I come into the roofer automation here, first of all, we've got the standard AI employee automations that you need, like human handovers, emergency protocol. But then the most important part, well, first of all, you've got the reviews and the referral workflows, and even like neighborhood roof check as well. But this is the most important part, the database reactivation and lifetime value database reactivation as well. So your standard database reactivation looks like this. This is in every single workflow, just to show you the depth here. This is just one of the workflows. Every single one is built out to this extent, right? So they're getting something really, really robust. This is your standard quotes reactivation. So if they have given out quotes in the past, maybe visited properties and the person hasn't actually gone through with the work, this will reactivate their quotes. But the lifetime value component is when you've got different scenarios. So for example, the financing roof replacement automation, If we have a look at this as well, once again, just have a look at the depth of all of these automations, right? These are in depth and they're all pre-built. So whatever the scenario is, if it's financing, they've got an automation for that. They just drop their leads in and off they go. They've got commercial flat roof maintenance. You've got gutter and roof health. You have is your roof due automation based on the roof age as well. Lost quotes, pre-winter campaign, roof tune-up, literally everything. Spring roof inspection, everything. Storm damage. So whenever the scenario crops up, they have the automation already pre-built. And if we come into, I'm going to flip over here to the electrician one, you're going to see that once again, going to the knowledge bases, it's completely custom built. This isn't the same as roofers. This is custom built on 10 files, 48 FAQs, 5 rich text, and look at the depth of it as well, right? Completely different. Completely different. Pricing and estimates, service area verifications, emergency call triage, everything. Commercial clients as well, how it handles those, everything you can think of. And once again, this is just a simple process now. All the custom work has been built out. Believe it or not, each of these snapshots that you see that we install for these clients, they take us 40 hours to build out individually, every single one, with all the information, all the service information that works. Because just like I showed you, look at the depth of even this one, right? Outdoor power campaign. Let's go into this one. Look at the depth of it here. It is massive. And remember, all the copy in all of these events, these steps, all of it is pre-written. So we don't have to mess around with it. It's all based on merge tags, right? So we just install the customer on GoHighLevel or set them up, business name, the works, and it all merges in. They just have to tag the prospect, whether it's for an outdoor power campaign they want to send them, or if it's one of the other many campaigns that we have, reviews, panel check, outdoor lighting assessment, EV charger installation, they just tag the lead and it operates for them, right? That's the beauty of it. Now, why do I show you this? Because like I said earlier, we've got this built for 26 different niches, 26 of them. All of these are custom built. But why is that important? Why do I call this the Holy Grail? We'll have a look at this. We've got 3 components, 3 different ways we generate leads around the clock for this. And as I said, this isn't something you necessarily have to do from day one. This is just something that it's basically the end goal. Once you reach these points that I'm about to show you, you're good. You've nothing to worry about because it's so powerful, and you have to put the building blocks in place. So you're working towards this. That's the idea. You want to work towards all of these systems. You don't have to have all 3 of them operating at the same time. You don't have to have 26 niches operating at the same time. You could do one at a time, but the reality is this is what you want to strive towards. The reason I say this, and the reason I basically believe that anyone can do this, is because all the hard work is pre-built. It's all pre-built. There's nothing you really have to build in here. Everything's done. So you know from the word go that when you're providing the service to the customer, the quality is already there because the quality has been pre-built. You don't have to worry about it. But let's dive into the lead gen component. So what is this? This is what we call a service-focused ladder funnel. And you may think I'm crazy. You may think I can install a review system for a customer for $500. Why on earth would I do it for $27? Watch this. So basically we can run ads, YouTube, Meta, Google, whatever the ads are. And we run a service product here, $27 for the review system. Now, why do I do this? Because when it comes to these industries, pool builders, landscapers, electricians, they don't have time to learn. The second we ask them to buy a product to learn about a service, there's a few different payments they have to make outside of the monetary payment. What I mean by this is if you ask them to learn a system, they have to, number one, purchase it. So they've got the monetary transaction. They then have to be capable of doing it and believe they're capable of doing it. They've got to have the time. They've got to spend the energy to do this. And they've got to believe that it works as well. So there's multiple different payments they make, which increases friction. And this is why your products probably don't sell. This has an immediate outcome. With the other description I gave you there, the outcome is further away. In order to achieve that outcome that they want, there's so many steps, so much friction, so many areas they can fall off. Whereas with this, the outcome is basically immediate, right? They get the system installed, bang, they get the reviews coming in. That's it. It's that fast. Now you may think, that's crazy. That's great. Why would you ever do that? Because in order to do this, in order for me to install this, they have to talk to me. They have to talk to me. And also, on top of that, if I bring them in for this product, I can then add an order bump, which is an instant upsell for a database reactivation campaign, DBR. And remember, this is all in one transaction, right? This is a sales funnel. So they buy this one, about 60 to 70% buy this product. And that's not based on made up numbers. This is based on hundreds and hundreds of transactions. That's our average. And then during the purchase, you also have the AI employee sold at $97 per month, which about 20% of the people take. So if you think about this, if you have ads feeding this all day long, you've got people coming in, you've got people signing up for your recurring, this breaks even. This funnel here, this one line, this breaks even on a daily basis. So I spend 100, 1,000, whatever I want, and it breaks even. Comes back to me on the very same day. So I can be as aggressive as I want to be. But then the magnetic pull starts to happen here, okay? The magnetic pull. So they have this system. They want more and they don't want to do it themselves. So what happens is they come to you. They approach you and say, hey, listen, I want more. I want you to just take care of this for me. I already want what you have because I've purchased it. I want you to do it for me. So they come to you and for the whole system, which is database reactivation, lifetime value, AI employee, referral system, and of course the reviews too. They come to you for it, and the fully managed is $1,000 per month, and the setup and system is $297 a month. So you can choose, basically you sell this one, then downsell this one. And you can do that on an annual plan as well to make the most of any phone call that you do take. So basically I've got this system that feeds it constantly. The recurring builds up here. You get the natural ascension that people have, and they're upsold into this. And this isn't really a sales call because they already know who you are. They know what you do. They want what you have. It's simply order taking, right? That's what makes it so much easier. And that's the beauty. This happens around the clock. But that's not the only way. Bear with me here. You've got the second method, the hyper-personalized email. These are pre-built sequences on GoHighLevel. What we do is we take the leads from any source. We drop them into something called the hyper-personalization engine. It personalizes, and I'll show you what that means in a few seconds. It personalizes the email for us, and we can send hundreds and hundreds of emails automatically where every single person gets this mind reader email in their inbox that's custom to them with their particular problems. All we do is fill the leads up, and we can add them all over the course of a month. We can add them at one time for an entire month, even 3 months worth of lead gen, and it just runs in the background automatically. Now, what we do here is, again, you'll think I'm crazy, but we install the review system at no cost. We say, hey, listen, we've noticed you don't have a lot of reviews or they're not very recent. Your competitors will be chosen before you as a result of this. It's a very easy fix. We can fix this 30 seconds. We'll do it at no cost. We'll waive the cost to do so because it's so easy for us to fix. And you get a lot more bites as a result of that. Now, the reality is because you have the pre-built system, the review system I showed you earlier, you can fix this in 30 seconds. You just install the system, you set them up in GoHighLevel and go. That's it. Now, remember, you're not selling GoHighLevel, you're not selling the software and none of that stuff. You're just using it as a way to provide this service for them. You're not giving them access, nothing. You just do it for them. Now, in order to do this, they have to speak to you. They have to speak to you, okay? Because you have to get their leads uploaded, etc. This means we can expose further problems naturally. So for example, well, you're going to have more reviews coming in. You're going to appear higher on the Google search as a result of this. More customers are going to choose you over your competitors because you have better reviews. But when you go home at night at 6 p.m., you're having dinner, you're spending time with your kids, or you're walking the dog, or whatever it is that you have to do you have coverage for the phones after hours? Because if you don't answer the phone, then you're going to lose all these leads and they're going to call your competitors anyway. Do you want these leads or do you want to risk missing them? Do you have a system installed? You leave silence because they won't, right? The receptionists that they have will not work after hours. It will go to their phone or it will go to voicemail and they'll lose the leads. And we simply say, no worries, we can fix that for you. That's the immediate upsell, okay? And we can give them existing customer discounts because they're now an existing customer. You see how that works? So we sell the database reactivation, lifetime value system, AI employee referral system. And Again, 1,000 per month fully managed and 297 per month on the setup and system. And again, this is just a document I threw together for you. This is probably not the prettiest document. I've got a typo here. I appreciate that. But I wanted to just show you the nuts and bolts of this system, right? And I wanted to do it quickly because I wanted to show you as a matter of urgency. Now, I mentioned hyper-personalized a few moments ago. This is a hyper-personalized email, okay? This is your generic one where people maybe use like merge tags of company names. The reason it works so well is because our emails look like this one, okay? So you have a system that can research every single prospect. So we can upload 1,000+ prospects. We can press the button and it will research those prospects automatically and pull out their pain points. So for example, in this example, they noticed the company was running a webinar. And what's the most classic problem with webinars? It knows that it'll get a lot of signups, but a very, very low show rate and a low close rate as a result. So it points out that it's got a very low close rate or a low show rate. It's the pain the business owner is dealing with right now. I couldn't send that to another person because they're not running a webinar in this example, but this prospect was. So it catches their attention very, very quickly. And that's the magic in it. That's why we can do this so effectively. It catches their attention. This happens automatically though. I upload 1,000 leads. It goes through the leads automatically, just one by one in milliseconds. It produces it for us. Our GoHighLevel automation is already preset, pre-built to understand what the merge tag is, the paragraph, and insert it into our lead gen automation, which is custom for each niche, electricians, roofers, everything. Custom copy for each niche. It reads the merge tag, imports the custom paragraph, and it runs over and over and over again automatically. And that's the secret with our email. Now, the final strategy here can be used with ads and it can be used with a hyper-personalized email. This is called the experiential proof strategy. So basically, we have a demo AI employee built and we mark it so the ads say you can take it for a test drive. The emails say, hey, listen, don't take it from me. Experience this yourself. Call this number. So the prospect calls this number and the AI employee is trained to qualify, nurture, and book that person in for a sales call to get their own AI employee installed. So this thing, we're just feeding it, right? And it's taking all the calls. They then book into the calendar to have their own system installed. And once again, fully managed, 1K per month, or the system is set up, 297 a month. It feeds it constantly around the clock. And this is a much easier call once again, because you've got experiential proof. They're experiencing it in real time, which answers a lot of their questions and it makes them very comfortable. So when you get to this point, it's a lot easier. So how does this all come together? Well, this is what I call the Holy Grail. We replicate this process across 26 different niches, all operating. This happens around the clock, and that's the magic, okay? So the 26 different niches, they all have their service-focused funnels running with ads. They've got their hyper-personalized email sequences running, and they've got the AI employee demos running at the same time. We just replicate it across these 3 systems, across the 26 niches, and it runs like a machine all the time. That's the beauty of it. That's how we do it. That's the magic in this process. And I just wanted to show you what it looks like in its full glory, right? That's the Holy Grail. Now, as I said, you don't have to do this from day one. You can build up to this point with a couple of niches at a time or one of the lead gen systems. But this is the point you want to get to. This is where you have to strive for, because look how powerful it is when you actually do it. That's the magic. Try it out for yourself.